Hello, peeps, and welcome to my new review of Mega Man X. And I was going to do a Mega Man Zero review. If you were on the channel the time I uploaded it, you would have found out that 7/8 of it did not have sound. The first minute has sound. Only that's 1/30th. 1/30th. And that sucks. So I'm doing the Mega Man X review because that's gonna be 10 times easier. Not as much story. I can easily play it out with like cutscenes from other games and refer to other official material, so it's not really as long. I know it's kind of lazy, but don't blame me. I don't want the video to go out with 29/30ths of it without sound. So, yeah, it's really nothing else to say in the introduction. By the way, I like my new intro. Oh, I can't even sing that. So yeah, let's move on into story, because I have a lot to say about it. And just a quick note, this is not Mega Man. For all of you who don't really dive into the lore of the Mega Man series, this is not Mega Man. This is Mega Man X. Him from like a million years in the future to 100 years in the future. So yeah, let's go on with the story. Okay, so for the first games in each Mega Man series, I have to talk about what happens before the events of the first game. And basically, I don't need a script for this one. I wrote an entire Mega Man Zero script. So yeah. So the year is 21XX. Dr. Light has sealed away X for what was supposed to be 30 years, what turned out to be 100 years. And Dr. Kane, archaeologist, scientist guy, discovered X in his little thing, and he thought all of his capabilities to do whatever he wanted were so interesting that he made Reploids. Replications of X that can think freely, just like him. But technically, X is not a replicant. He's not a replica. He can't be a replication of the original, because he is the original. And then Zero was awakened at some point after being created by Dr. Wowie. Yes, Dr. Wowie. Yep. I'll say it again. Dr. Wowie. I said it again. Yay. But, yeah. X, well, this, and, the deal with Zero was, he was the original holder of the Wily virus. It's later known as the Maverick virus, because originally Reploid's turning Maverick was just a little bit of a system malfunction that just made him go haywire. But now, in the events of the X games, there's an actual virus. And then later on, specifically in X5, it's called the Sigma virus. X5, okay, so X1 to X4 is the Maverick virus. Well, actually, they do refer to it as the Sigma virus in X3. after Sigma tries to possess X when he's cornered in the hallway after beating Kaiser Sigma, which I'll get into that later. But so the deal was Zero. He was a Maverick. We don't know what happened to the classic characters, but there's a theory out there, and it's actually pretty, I have my own version of it. I have a terrible video on it, but he didn't kill all the characters from the classic games. He only killed a select few. Mega Man, Proto Man, because Proto Man was on Light's side. He didn't kill Light, because we obviously see him in Maverick Hunter X, in that cutscene where he's creating X in the Day of Sigma. Which, you can go look at that if you want a pretty, reasonable explanation for, basically the start of the Maverick Wars and stuff. There is a few non-canon things, but most of it is canon, except for, Dr. Kane dying. Because Dr. Kane, he obviously does not die, because his first in-game appearance was X2, and that takes place before X1, so that's probably the only non-canon thing, but go watch that if you want an explanation. So, yeah. Later on, Sigma, who was actually the leader of the Maverick Hunters before X1, until X1, where he went full rogue. Sigma gets alerted to Zero. And he goes and battles him. And this cutscene from Mega Man X4 will show you what happens. Voila!
What's our current situation?
Commander!
Where's that red Maverick that wiped out Garma's unit?
Inside. He's inside that door.
You may leave now. I'll take care of this personally.
By yourself, Commander?
I don't want any more of my people being sacrificed.
Huh? Look, it's Commander Sigma. Incredible. Now I'm certain there's no one who's a match for the Commander. What?
Take that Red Maverick to the repair center and call Dr. Kane. I wish to have that Maverick studied.
Commander, are you okay?
Silence!
Okay, so that cutscene is basically the battle between Zero and Sigma, and that second part where Sigma defeats Zero's destroys Zero's gem on his forehead. That released the Maverick virus. Oh-ho! And as we can see, if Zero didn't get that headache, the course of the games would be a whole different story. It'd be like Mega Man Zero, but Zero wasn't the main protagonist. He's the protagonist in this game. He's more of a sub-protagonist, along with X. But you can go look at the Deus Sigma. I'm not gonna record that entire thing because I'm lazy. I don't want to do that. So you can go buy Maverick Hunter X for PS3 or PS Vita or PSP, whatever you get, whatever you have. That we have any of those. Well, actually, it's not on the PS3. It's only on the PS Vita or PSP. But yeah. Or if you want to do it on newer hardware, you can go on PS4, Xbox One, or Switch and get either of the X Legacy collections, and Deus Sigma will be a little bonus. That's how I watched it and still watch it. But yeah, after that, the Maverick Wars begin. So X is on the highway stage after being alerted to a huge airship dropping Mavericks and destroying Able City, which is the name of the city, demolishing everything in sight. And X does his standard stuff, and then meets Vile. Yes, Vile. Look, it's basically the low budget Boba Fett, but he's not low budget. He's high budget. Loba Fett. Oh, Loba Fett. It's high budget Loba Fett, yes. Loba Fett. Loba Fett. But, I meant Boba Fett. Well, why am I changing it? Oh, God. But, yeah. He's inside of a huge ride armor, which with X's puny little pea shooter, it's impenetrable. So, X miserably fails at trying to battle, Vile. He almost chokes X to death, but then, just then, yes, Zero pops in and shoots the ride armor's freaking arm off. And that's a really, really cool character introduction. Like, you have the main protagonist almost freaking dying, and then we got this red guy over there literally destroying his arm. And as you can see, he has a lower health bar than the OG Mega Man, and we'll get into that later with gameplay and mechanics. But yeah, after that, Zero gives his whole speech to X about how how Vile is built as a war machine, and there's no way he could really stand up to him without gaining more power, and that he could be as powerful, even more powerful than him. And yeah, X goes on with his little thing, defeating all 8 Mavericks, Chill Penguin, Launch Hawk. Actually, I'm gonna say it in my order that I usually do it. Chill Penguin, Storm Eagle, Spark Mandrill, Armored Armadillo, Launcher Octopus, Boomer Kwanger, Sting Chameleon, and Flame Mammoth. So, yeah, after that, Zero and X, they finally make it to, not Wily Fortress. That's the wrong series. Sigma Fortress. Above Able City, as you can see in the background of the very beginning of Sigma Stage 1. That's the city on all of this. That's all the skyscrapers in the background, because you're above everything in the ocean. And, yeah. You, do your basic stuff, go through that stupid platforming section, and you meet Zero and Vile. And Vile is out of his ride armor. And Zero is like, okay, X, stay right there, I'll go in and defeat him. You know what happened last time, you know the drill, I can destroy him. And then, you go through the door, as Zero told you not to do, which actually is the better thing to do. And you hear a bunch of fighting noises, and you hear a few unknown noises. So, you walk through the door, and you see frickin' Zero in like an electric cage. And Zero's like, eh! And Vile's like, he, X, your ancient weapons cannot penetrate me. You freaking loser, come at me, bro. And then X, whatever he does, he can't destroy him. So Zero, after that, he breaks out of his little electric cage. He puts his Z-Buster right into the back of Vile's ride armor, charges it up, and blasts a shot, destroying the ride armor, while also literally killing Zero. Rest in peace. You sacrificed yourself for the good of X and mankind. Because if you didn't do that, well, yeah. And if X would have listened to you, well, that would have been a whole different story in X2. But X is still laying there inside of his little electrical thing that Vile shot to tire him out and feed him and put him in his little thing. And Vile doesn't even have his ride armor, and he's like, frick you, you're right there. You only have like 2 HP left. Come at me, bro. And then X goes full anime and breaks out of the little electrical thing. For some reason, Reploids have, for some reason, electrical defying powers. And he demolishes Vile. So you go through the rest of Sigma Fortress with all the boss rush and stuff. And it's not really like okay, go through all these capsules in the room and fight them. It's like throughout each stage, you fight them occasionally. But stage 3, just like every 5 seconds you fight one. So it didn't do it too great in the first and in the entire thing, because they didn't too much they only did like 2 each stage in the first 2, and then they just throw the rest of them at you in stage 3. So you meet up with Sigma and you fight his freaking dog. He's easily taken on with a Hadouken, and I'll get into how you get that later. And Sigma goes full Luke Skywalker, and he becomes a Jedi. And then you fight him, you defeat him, turns into a wolf that's freaking hard. You can't defeat him with the Hadouken. You beat him. Sigma's fortress falls into the end. Well, falls into the ocean. X wonders when will he stop fighting, and boom, the end. Credits roll. But also, Sigma has this little thing about how he has like 1,000,000 bodies, and that was only his temporary body. He has like 8 more, so yeah. Okay, so dang it. Yeah, let's get into gameplay and mechanics. So the gameplay of Mega Man X and all the Super Nintendo X games is fairly good. Probably well, I don't like it as much as the PS1. Actually, you know what? I actually changed my mind. I like this better than the PS1 physics and stuff because it feels just less heavy. It just feels less heavy to kind of control. It's probably it's basically pre-Mega Man Zero. Mega Man Zero kind of is a lot more fast. Probably, but it feels more fast probably because it's on the GBA and that has a smaller screen. But yeah. That's basically the physics of the game are really good. And then we got the gameplay itself. So all the moves you can do is well, you can obviously shoot, you can use a charge shot, or if you have the arm part from Zero or in Flame Mammoth stage, you gotta have the head part to get that. You can charge up special weapons, and it'll all the L weapons fully charged up. It will go just everywhere with the I don't know, but like the next thing you can do, if you have the leg part in Chill Penguin stage, which you're probably gonna do Chill Penguin stage first because he looks pathetic. Yeah, you're probably gonna you're gonna get the foot part and you can dash. Which in my controls, you press A to dash. I have the standard controls that there's always been. A to dash. And dashing after X1 is a standard part of X's moveset. And X7 onward, X7 and X8, the Airdash is part of X's natural moveset. Which the Airdash isn't implemented until X2 with that leg part. And then that's further expanded upon in X3 with an upward dash. And in X6 you can do that, but you can also do a downwards dash. And in X4 you can hover. Yeah, there's a lot of cool leg part things. But this one, just start out with the basic dash. But I'm talking about armor pieces. There's a whole lot of collectibles in this game. There's 8 heart tanks in each stage. You can go look at a guide if you need to find them. 4 armor pieces, and I'll tell you what stages the armor piece is in. The leg part I just said is in Chill Penguin stage. You can't miss it. It's literally blocking your path, so you have to get it. And the head part is in Storm Eagle's stage. The body part is in Sting Chameleon's stage. And the arm part, you can either get it from Zero if you missed it, or you can either get it from Zero when he dies if you missed it in Sigma Fortress 1, or you can get it in in Flame Mammoth stage, but you have to have the head part to do it, and you gotta make a really well-timed jump. I've gotten quite good at it. I can do it on my second try, but the first time I tried to get it, it took me like 5 hours. So, that's exaggeration. But, yeah, you can jump, you can dash, you can do a dash jump, which you dash and then jump. You can, actually that's basically it. With the head part, you can headbutt certain things. If you don't get the, armor part from defeating the mini-boss above the little ledge above a cave in, Sting Chameleon stage, there'll be rocks falling, and if you have the head part, they don't damage you if they fall on top of you, or you jump into them. But there's these freaking rock guys, they suck. The enemies in this game are, they're easy. There's a few I don't like the turtle guy. There's the, let me just say the multiple attack blue guy. That's basically it. Those two enemies are seen throughout the game, and I hate them. I absolutely hate them. I hate them. Yeah, I hate them, as you can obviously hear. But, yeah. That's really it for the gameplay. And then the mechanics, well, this sets the item collecting thing. There's also 4 sub-tanks, which this is where all the sub-tanks are. Storm Eagle stage, Storm Eagle stage, Sting Chameleon stage, Flame Mammoth still. And they're along with the armor part. Ah! Yeah, oh yeah, they're all with the armor part. Oh, not Sting Chameleon stage. I'm thinking of the heart tanks. Freaking up. So Storm Eagle stage, Flame Mammoth stage, Spark Mandrill stage, and think. Oh, I forgot. And Armored Armadillo stage. But yeah, and then like I said, the heart tanks are in every single stage. You just gotta find them. If you want a guide, look up a guide. I'm not gonna tell you. Like I said, for the 3rd time, freaking lazy. Too lazy to even write a script. But that doesn't really matter because I like normal speech. It's fun. It's very, very fun. Excuse me. Like that. That's fun. And also, unrelated, I freaking need a haircut. Last time I got one was 2 weeks ago, and my hair grows like weeds. So, yeah, that's really all there is to say about gameplay and mechanics. So, let's get on with music. Okay, so that is part 1 of my Mega Man X review, because I'm splitting this into 2 parts because I don't want it to turn out like the Mega Man Zero video did. So, one part not too long, the other part not too long. So, yeah, I will see you guys in part 2. I'm not gonna do a false part 2 like I did with the rest of them. Also, my editing software is overflowing with just